The full moon coming up this weekend occurs in the zodiac sign of Aquarius, the water bearer, a fixed air sign. Traditionally, it was ruled by Saturn, the planet of obstacles, limitations, restrictions, and discipline and responsibility. It is now co-ruled by Uranus as well, the planet of change, disruption, the unconventional, and the unexpected. The combination of these two ruling planets can make Aquarius season interesting for sure. As we see here, Heather Ron Robbins' keyword for Aquarius is collaborate. The tarot cards associated with Aquarius are number 17, the Star, and in the minor arcana we have the Five of Swords, the Six of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. We also have the Knight of Swords as the court card because the full moon is falling in the second decan of Aquarius. What we need to keep in mind is that while we can identify some of the underlying complexities indicated by the individual cards, each of them works within a relatively wide spectrum of that energy, and where exactly that energy falls at any given time depends on many other factors. Having said that, let's take a quick look at the keywords that these cards have. The Star has keywords like hope, faith, inspiration, generosity, and serenity. Its sole task is seen as nourishing the inner and outer life, but its shadow could also be an intolerance for anything except an idea or the idea. The Five of Swords is often considered one of the more challenging cards of the deck, with keywords like self-interest, discord, open dishonor, clashes, competition, defeat, winning at all costs. And its shadow side is a failure to recognize or correct any of these identities. After that, the next in the series is the Six of Swords, with the keywords of recovery, releasing baggage, and moving away from what no longer serves, coping, riding out rough times. Its shadow side can be living an unmittingly blah life, and depression. It is followed also by the Seven of Swords, which has keywords like running away, being a lone wolf, being secretive, sneaky, betrayal, deceptive, or being elusive, tactful, and strategic. The shadow side of the Seven of Swords can be hypocrisy, lies, and deceit. Finally, the Knight of Swords, like all the knights in the tarot, is a card of action, purpose-driven, and his mantra might be, I know what to do. With his intellect and his ability to be able to recognize and seize opportunities quicker than others, and because he tends to move forward with a speed, it might be wise for him to slow down just a little bit and make sure that he's not missing something or being too aggressive in the process. Although this full moon occurs during the Aquarius season, it is positioned in the opposite zodiac sign, Leo, which in turn brings another dimension to the energies, with the spotlight looking at how we balance and harmonize our need for authentic self-expression, recognition, and actualization with being part of a community, our need for belonging, and our responsibility to contribute to the collective good. In Yasmin Boland's Moonology Oracle cards, her message for the full moon in Leo is, don't let pride get in your way. Now let's draw some cards and see what else we might be able to find out. And the first card is the Seven of Swords. Interesting. Seven of Swords, one of the Aquarian cards. Which part of the energies of the Seven of Swords are we bringing forward as we move into this reading? Can be about strategy, it can be about being on our own, it can be about seeing what we need to take and figuring things out, but it is also in the background. It's our entry into our reading this month. What else do we have here? The second card coming out is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is all about our values, what our traditions have been, what are our belief systems, what are our group identifications. Where does this fit for us right now? Is it time for us to reassess these and make some changes? Is it time to step it up? Let's see what else comes up. Next to the Hierophant, we have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands. Like all the queens, the Queen of Wands is nurturing, but she brings an aspect of success through self-confidence and inner strength as well. Queen of Wands is charismatic, passionate, full of inspiration and spirit, and she brings those energies to the reading here. Underneath the Seven of Swords, we have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a celebration card, often seen to be an achievement, a life cycle. As it's falling under the Seven of Swords, we might even consider whether that is what's we're trying to achieve with our strategy and our forward thinking. It's one way of looking at it. Next to the Four of Wands, we have the Hermit. And the Hermit is showing up right here as the core card of our spread. The Hermit is all about our emotional intelligence, seeking our answers within, finding ourselves as our own path and becoming our own lantern. This is where we look by going inwards, searching for guidance. This is where we contemplate and find our own wisdom, what resonates with us. Following the Hermit, we have the Knight of Wands. Like all knights, the Knight of Wands is full of action. He's daring. He's about adventure, proving his passion and demonstrating his vision. He will take inspired action, but he can be impulsive. Underneath the Four of Wands, here in this column, we have the Knight of Swords, another card belonging to Aquarius season. And we need to remember that this knight, in spite of being ambitious and action-orientated and driven to succeed with his fast thinking, he can be impetuous and perhaps too fast moving. This card at the bottom of this line could indicate an underlying influence of being impatient. Next to the Knight of Swords, we have the Page of Cups. Like all pages, the Page of Cups is about communicating. He's also about being of service and being a messenger. He can bring creative opportunities, intuitive messages, curiosity, and possibilities. Being Cups, he is emotional and he is also imaginative. This card can sometimes represent our inner child or being a bit of a dreamer. The Page of Cups here is an underlying influence underneath the Hermit and the Hierophant. And this could be why we are reassessing in the Hermit values and beliefs that we have held for a long time via the Hierophant. It is a time for us to assess our own belief systems, reassess them, and make sure that what we are working with is what we truly believe and not someone else's story. The last card here is the Moon card. The Moon can represent illusion, fear, anxiety, our subconscious, our imagination, bewilderment, and dreams. But whatever it is we're dealing with, we're not seeing it completely clearly. So while we have the passion of the Queen and Knight of Wands with their fire and inspiration, the caveat is that with the Moon's influence under here, there may still be an element that we haven't quite got yet. If we look at this line here from the Seven of Swords, our strategy and thinking and wanting to create something new needs to move through the discernment of the Hermit. And we need to be in mind of the fact that there are still some uncertainties or some elements that we don't quite understand yet. With the underlying influence of the Knight of Swords in this corner affecting the Hermit and the Queen of Wands, we must bring some patience to our deliberations before we allow the Queen of Wands to move forward with passion. Let's take a look at our final message, starting with the Hermit and his message of going within, opening yourself up to your own inner guidance to set you or steps on the right next steps forward. Consider that while you value the Knight of Swords and all he brings to the discernment process, remember to take the time you need to really feel into your heart and don't allow yourself to be rushed by his impatience. Particularly as there are issues that are not clear with the Moon card. And while you are ready to move forward slowly, step by step, as you assess the values and beliefs that you have held so long, represented by the Hierophant, you want to be sure that they still reflect what you really and truly believe, or consider whether you are operating from a place of traditions that no longer reflect you and your beliefs. Once you're able to bring this into congruence with your own beliefs, you can move into the Four of Wands space and celebrate the milestone moment that brings inner harmony. Let's pull an angel oracle card, the oracle of the angels, to see what else we might be able to discern from this. And the card we have here is initiation. Card number 35 says every stage in life is an initiation into a new, higher state of being. Through these constant, progressive initiations, we gain access to the strengths that help us grow in love and wisdom. Welcome these evolutionary passages. See them as an opening that leads you to work on your innermost being so that you can be forever lifted up to the highest ideal of God. And I'll pull one more oracle card from the Inner Child Oracle to see what else might show up for us. And that one popped right out. And that card, let me show it to you up here. That card says, it is never truly the end. Beloved, in this, everything will be okay. So, let's all take a deep breath in and release whatever it is no longer ours to hold on to. Sending you all love and light and many blessings.